This Frederick Child Haslam painting, pastel I should say, is, as you all probably know from being in my gallery walks, it's one of those little tiny gems that I just can't stop myself in talking about. But it's also got a local connection, as all of you know, I'm sure. He was born in Dorchester, and he studied here in Boston. And he sort of came to study late. His first career, brief though it was as an accountant for Little Brown and Company, where he lasted for nearly 3 weeks until his managers figured out that he was completely and utterly inept with numbers. In the fall of 1886, off he goes to Paris. He takes his wife Maud with him. Off they go. He decides to study in Paris. He gets the opportunity to get some practice, some rote drawing skills, figure drawing in particular, something he really hadn't worked at much. But he's also watching his fellow artists at the same time and seeing what they're doing and how they're working. How is their light different? How is their brushstroke different? When he first gets to Paris, he's doing a lot of what he was doing here in Boston. He's working out of doors, and that makes sense. Finally, in the fall of 1887, he has sort of an epiphany, and he does sort of simultaneously 2 works depicting the Grand Prix and the parade of the Grand Prix. And the procession of carriages down the streets of Paris is a fantastic subject. And he suddenly creates 2 versions of these parades in bright, sun-drenched light, the light of Paris, the light we would expect to see. He does a series of these, and this picture is coming right out of that series. We've now arrived at the race meet. The carriages pull up next to the raceway, and here we are, the carriages are parked, the figures start to stand up so that they can get a better view of the race. It's very much akin to what Degas and Manet were doing with their scenes of the theater and the opera. The crowd is a very big part of what's going on. In spite of their very quick slapdash quality, we get a very clear sense of the drawing of the subjects and how they're created, and a very specific sense of their stance, their posture, and their form. So he's combining all of those elements in a very modern sort of a way.